Welcome to the Aquaflow Crypto Lab. It's been a long time since my last video, and I'm glad to be back with something big. I know that this chart looks a little bit scary, it contains a lot of information, but don't worry, I will break it down for you. So stick around because by the end of the video, you will see the market with completely fresh eyes, and you will have a complete understanding of what to expect. I hope you're ready, let's begin. First, I want you to notice that we are on the 2-month time frame. This means that each candle represents 2 months for XRP, and currently we are in a candle that started in March and that will end at the end of April. Then I want you to pay attention to this orange line. This is a key line for XRP because below it we are in a bear market and above it we are in a bull market. Indeed, it's very straightforward, and I know you like my analysis because it's very simple to understand. You see here below the orange line we were in a bear market. Here again below the orange line we were in a bear market, right? And again here during this entire phase we were also in a bear market. But I have more than this to share with you. Look, if you pay close attention, here we went into a bull market with this huge green candle, right? Then we went up and then we came back down to retest this line, okay? It was a key test because after testing it, we went up a second time. Then we came back down just right here to retest the line, but we crossed it this time, okay? And we have the candle closing below the line. And this is what dragged us down because after this, we were in a bear market. And here it was the same thing, we went up, we retested the line here, we barely survived above it, but after this we have this candle closing below the orange line, and again we went into an entire bear market. You can even see just right here that we retested the orange line very precisely, but we got rejected by it. Here we tried to pierce it, but again we have a strong rejection and we closed below it. Here again a rejection and we went to the downside. Now you can understand why this line is so important for XRP and why the current situation is key. Because remember here when we were in this bull phase, we went down to retest the line, and this is exactly what we are doing right now. You see, we have a precise touch of the line just right here. So as long as XRP remain above this orange line, we are still in a bull market, guys. But if we cross it, we will be in a bear market. Currently, for this month, you see that the current level of the orange line is around $160. And the next 2 months, from May to June, it will be around $2. Then on this chart, we have also the mountain indicator. This is the white area that you see just right here. I put it just for your information because as you can see just right here, it detects the bottom from XRP, but as long as we are above the orange line, there is no point to talk about this bottom indicator. But if we cross this orange area, then we'll talk about it. And here we see in blue, we have the skyline indicator. This indicator is very beautiful because we know that XRP cannot go above the skyline indicator with the current candle. What does that mean? Let's take an example. Here you see we have a candle, we reached this skyline indicator, but we didn't go above it and it was a local top, right? Here again with the second candle, we reached the skyline indicator and again it was a top for XRP, right? For this candle. We went down to retest the orange line, then we went up to test again the skyline indicator and we didn't go above it, and after this we went down. Then here it was the same, you see, we reached the skyline indicator just right here, and after this we didn't go higher than this. And the last example that we had was here at the end of 2024, you see, we went up, we reached the skyline again, but we didn't go higher than this. So this indicator gives us a target, like a reference point to tell us that the current candle cannot go higher than this indicator, right? Now let's focus on the second part of the chart, the XRP bull run theory. First, you can notice that I added a green line. This line represents the Bitcoin price chart adapted to XRP price chart. You can see here in green that it was the first bull run of Bitcoin. We reached this top, then we went down, it was a bear market, and then this was the second bull run, okay? We have our tops just right here. We went into a bear market and then we have this bull market, okay? We went to this top, then we have this bear market and we went again to a bull market. Now, if we take the top of Bitcoin just right here and the bottom, we can draw this orange rectangle, right? Here it's the same thing. I took the tops, the bottom, and I draw this orange rectangle with the top and the bottom levels. And now you can do it yourself too. You can see here it is a top, bottom, and I draw this orange rectangle. And why am I doing this? This is very important. So guys, open your ears. You can see just right here that here it was the top of XRP during the first bull run, okay? And this was the top of the orange box. Then we have the bottom of the orange box and it was a strong resistance just right here. This means that after reaching the top of the box, we have this box that becomes an entire resistance for XRP. Indeed, after reaching the top, we went down and then we started using this box as a strong resistance. Even here, we went down, we went up to retest the top and this box as a resistance, and you see we have a little rejection from it. And with the second candle, we were able to pierce this area and go to a full bull market. Then you see that this situation is very similar to what we had just right here, meaning that I took the orange box, we went up until reaching the top of the orange box, and then we started going down again. Then what did we do? We went into a bear market, then we went up to retest this orange box as a strong resistance again. You see, we pierced it, strong rejection to the downside. Here we pierced it again, rejection. We pierced it, rejection until reaching a new bottom. And now you should have understood where I'm going with it. As you can see, again, we went up just right here to retest the orange box. We even reached the top of the box, but we are still stuck in it, guys. So now you understand exactly what's going on with XRP, guys. We have this huge orange box blocking us right now. We already tried to pierce this area 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. And you see that XRP is still stuck inside the orange box. As long as we remain here, XRP is in a transition phase. In the coming months, XRP will have to choose a side and it will be a key decision for the future of the market. Of course, if we go up, we know that this orange box is the next target. And if we continue the same pattern, we should reach the top of this orange box this time, because you remember here we reached the top of it, here it was the same thing. So here we should reach this level. And here you see the top of this box is around $53. If you are more on the pessimistic side, here is the bottom of the band, you see, and it's around $20. You have to remember that this analysis is purely based on observation, so there is no guarantee, but you can understand why it makes sense. Anyway, remember that this orange area is a very strong resistance if we reach it. And finally, I want to talk about these channels, guys, because they are very important for XRP right now. And with this line, with this simple channel, you can understand why XRP is currently stuck in this area. Remember that this line has played a major role in the past. You can see just right here. Here, we touched it and it was a bottom for XRP. Then we bounced from it, okay? Then we crossed it. It was a major resistance. We tested it once, 2 times, 3 times. Then we crossed it, bull market, bear market, and where did we go again? Just right here, and it was another major bottom for XRP. Then again, we used it as a major support for multiple months in a row before going to the upside. Then again, we went down, we crossed it this time, and we started using it as a very strong resistance. Then we went down sideways, and again, strong resistance. We went sideways, we reached the bottom just right here on this area of the channel, and we went up again until reaching the very same line, guys. It's very incredible, because as soon as we touched it, we started going down, and it happened once, twice with this candle, and a 3rd time with this candle. And by combining these analyses, you see that we have a strong confluence area between the top of the orange box and the channel going up. And because of this, we are stuck here. And the top of the band here is around $2.76. So remember this level. And as I explained it earlier, at the same time we have this orange line, and you see that we are currently using it as a very strong support, and this line is going up, you see, so in the next month it's going up, so XRP will have to make a choice. Either XRP will have to cross it to the downside, and it wouldn't be good, guys, or we are using it as a strong support and we are able to pierce this orange box and to reach new highs. And now a little bit of pure speculation, because as you see here we have the skyline indicator going up. So we need to pay attention to when the skyline indicator will penetrate this orange area, because you see here in the past the skyline went up, and it was when the skyline was inside the orange area that we reached the top for XRP. So if we repeat the same pattern, we have to pay attention to this, and when the blue indicator will be inside the orange box, we have a good chance to see a new high for XRP and a new top, of course. Again, guys, there is no speculation, but this is based on my observation, so let's see. If you liked my analysis, please subscribe to the channel and give me a thumbs up. That's all for today's video, and as always, time will tell.